Hi, Denise.
Hi.
Great to see you in London. So I want to ask you about your opponent, Watanabe. She's a very tough opponent. I mean, obviously at this level everyone is, but 10-1, only just coming off her first loss. How tough of an opponent do you think she's going to be for your style particularly?
Well, if I have to be honest, if I saw her last fight, I was not really impressed by the last fights that she fought. But that's why I know that she comes here to prove herself and to be the best version of herself. So I just focus on a Kana Watanabe that will be the best version of herself against me, because I know that in her last fight she not impressed me, but I'm going and looking forward to see that she will do everything to impress me, but I am prepared for everything.
Obviously, being in the London card at Wembley with the headliner being MVP, what sort of an energy do you think you're going to be feeling from the crowd? Obviously, not being, a hometown fighter, do you still think you're going to be getting a lot of love from the fans?
For sure, when I heard that I have to fight in Bellator London again, and it will be my third time, and every time I fought here, the audience it feels like a second home. Even the city, the restaurants, I know the way here, it feels like home here. So being back here for the third time and standing in that cage for the third time for the audience in Bellator London is for me just amazing and feels like home. So really happy to fight here.
It's great to see you here. Best of luck on Friday.
Thank you.
Hi, Denise. How are you?
Hi, good, thank you.
Coming off of that title loss, it was so close. You were very classy after the fight, but did you get a chance to look back at it, and did it kind of reaffirm that you felt like you won the fight?
Yeah, when I was back at home and I saw the fight, and I still think that she didn't win that fight. But, what I also said in the press conference is that the judges saw it at that moment and in her favor. And for me, it motivates me more to come back stronger, and that title will be mine. If it wasn't that day, but it will be mine, and that's my goal, to be the first woman who will be in one organization, being the kickbox champion and the MMA champion to be. So that's my goal. So after that Monday, right away, back to the gym and get back to work, because I know that with my game plan, with my team, with my head coach, Bob Schrijber, the game plan that he has and the belief that he has in me, that no one in this division can stand at least 3 or 5 rounds against me. So that's my goal, to prove everyone here that I'm here and I will be the champion one day.
I wanted to get your thoughts on the stoppage between Juliana Velasquez and Liz Carmouche. What were your thoughts? Did you feel like it was an early stoppage?
I think that, the referee, he's so experienced, and at that moment he feels like that. And if I have to be honest, as a champion, you have to fight like a champion and act like a champion. And she proved and she showed that night that she is not a champion, and that's why that's why her belt is gone, And the referee, he sees to protect us in the cage, and at that moment he feels like that. So I think that the referee, that he did a good job. And if after that you can complain and you do anything to say that the referee is his fault, but the only fault that you lost is yourself. And that's also the thing that I saw to myself. The only thing I can blame on is myself. Go back to work and come back stronger. So wish you all the best. And for sure we will meet.
And being that your fight with Juliana was so close, do you expect to get a title shot with the win on Friday?
That's my goal. This Friday is the first step to get another step closer to that belt. And the only thing in my mind, that's why every day I train so hard and do everything I can to prove that I'm a stronger and better fighter than yesterday. And that's also my ultimate goal. That's that title. So I know that with the win this Friday, that I'm closer to that belt, and that's my ultimate goal, that belt.
We'll just take a couple from online. We'll start with Santiago. Hey Denise, het is Santiago hier uit Amsterdam. Leuk om je weer te spreken. Hoe gaat het daar in Londen? Alles oké?
Gaat supergoed. Gaat heel goed. Leuk om je weer te spreken, inderdaad. Nee, gaat supergoed.
Thank you, Denise. Bellator is visiting Europe again. They already did shows in Dublin, Paris, also Friday London, of course, but not yet Amsterdam. What is the best thing that we could do, Denise, to convince Bellator to soon visit your beautiful city of Amsterdam?
You know, this Friday I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna win like that everyone's gonna talk about my win. And after that fight, I'm gonna fight for the title, and my goal is to fight for the title in Amsterdam. So let's say that after this Friday, we're gonna challenge and we're gonna dare Bellator to come to Amsterdam to come to fight for my title, because I want my title. That's it.
I asked the president, Scott Coker, a couple of times about you, Denise, and he always speaks highly of you. Also, he always put your fights on the main card. Can you feel it as well, that Bellator always treats you with respect and that they clearly see your value?
For sure, for sure. You know, that's why I always said that Bellator feels not like an organization or an MMA, one of the biggest MMA organizations in the world. It feels like family, and like the whole organization here feels like family. When you're coming here, when you fight here, you don't feel like a number. You feel like a respectful fighter who earns a spot here and feels the love from the Bellator nation. So yeah, that means a lot to me, and that's why I'm also always happy to fight here and always happy to see something from Bellator, because it's more than just an organization. It's really a family.
Denise, je bent de beste. Heel Nederland staat achter jou op vrijdag. Heel veel succes. Thank you for the time.
Dankjewel.
Brilliant. Let's go to Jay.
Thanks very much. And Denise, just a quick one for me. When we talk about the title shot, would the rematch against Velasquez have meant more to you, or do you kind of look forward to a fresh challenge if you do get to go up against Liz Carmouche?
You know, first I had Velasquez because I thought that she was the champion. But now we have a new champion. And the first thing that's on my mind is to be a champion in 2 divisions or in 2 different sports. So that's my main goal. And after that title, then Velasquez is the second one. But my first is the main goal, is my belt.
Thanks very much.
Let's get Kobe.
Hi, Denise. Converting from kickboxing to mixed martial arts, how much of your preparation is focused on ground skills versus your striking, which you've already established?
Well, that's why with my head coach, Bob Schrijver, he has the perfect plan for me, and I work a lot. I think that no one in this division works harder than me, and every time I prove myself that I'm now a more complete MMA fighter, and that all depends on, and that all comes from my head coach, Bob Schrijver, because he gives me the belief that I can work on the ground, that I can take takedowns, that I can defend takedowns, that I also do takedowns, and also with my stand-up game, everything is so much better in the cage because of with his strategic that I train with. So I developed myself so much on every level in this MMA, in this whole MMA journey, and that's why I love it so much, because I have still a lot to learn, but every day that I step in the dojo, I learn, and I come back as a better MMA version of Miss Dynamite. So that's the goal that I have, to be the best version of myself and to prove that in the cage. And I think that I'm a good way now.
Looking forward to seeing an awesome fight.
Thank you.
Let's go to Ronald.
This is Ronald E. Smith from Getting Real. As you know, it has been close to a year since the last time we saw you. And you just brought up before how much the coaching that you have had made you a different version each and every time. So, and now in this upcoming fight, what did you learn from your time away? And what does this version have in store for the upcoming fight?
Well, I don't see it as a time away, because after that fight, that Monday, I was back in the gym, and working till now. So I don't see it as a time away. I see it as a time that I learned a lot and much more and developed myself more as an MMA fighter. So every month, every hour, every day that I worked in the gym is now coming to one place in the cage this Friday. So I don't, time away, I don't believe in time away. I believe in develop myself as a better fighter and prove myself in the cage that I can be a better fighter and shock the world.
Thank you.
And just finally, Jay.
Hi Denise, what are your thoughts on your opponent Kana Watanabe and her fighting style, and how do you feel you match up against her?
Well, my match is perfect because she's the number 3, I'm the number 2, and I know that after this fight that I'm a step closer to the title fight, and that's my main goal. And what I think about her, she's a good fighter, you know, she has a good record, but seeing her last fights, I'm not really impressed by it. But that's why I know that she's going to be the best version of herself this Friday, because she has to prove to herself and the MMA fans that she can do better. And I think that she's going to stand that version this Friday. But I also believe that with my skills, with my game plan, and everything that I work for, and I will put everything in that cage this Friday, because my main goal is not to leave it to the judges this time, that with my skills, that no one, and not even her, can go for a win after me, by me. So good luck to her, but this will be my night.
Thank you very much, Denise.
Thank you.